Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well today. Just recently, I was reading this article talk about how Netflix is being accused of using AI photos in a true crime documentary. Now, I'm not really a big follower of true crime, but I think this really helps encapsulates on why I always try to tell people that no matter what position that you're in, you're always going to be, you're always going to have people try to replace your position. So you read the article, right? Netflix has been accused of using AI manipulated images in a new true crime documentary, What Jennifer Did. Now, the documentary revolves around Jennifer Pan, who was convicted of a kill for hire attack on her parents, yada, yada, yada. But more importantly, let's, look at this right here. But upon closer inspection of the images, there are signs of manipulation. One image in particular showing Pan flashing peace signs with both arms appears blatantly manipulated, offering evidence that at least some of the image was AI generated. You can see these images right here. Okay. Now let's continue on. Did Netflix use AI manipulated photos in What Jennifer Did? It's difficult to know exactly what's going on in the editing process, but it could be that the producers had one image and used it as a source picture to make more photos. Any type of manipulation of photos of a true crime documentary is controversial because a story, especially one as sensitive as Pan's, should be told truthfully and unvarnished, even when that story is being told through imagery. Resorting to the tech to generate pictures of a real person, especially of somebody who's still in jail and will only be eligible for parole around 2040, should raise some alarm bells. Now, here's my hypothesis on why this is being done. Okay. AI is a process at the end of the day. It's artificial intelligence, and you want to use that artificial intelligence if you are an employer to maximize your revenue, profits, etc. The people who are in charge of said documentary, they're going to try to use this, tech so that it can further their means in trying to, better do their tech processes to do exactly what I said before, and that's to make more money. Now, why is that the case? You got to pay people to find images, right? You need to pay people to do research. You need to pay people to do, thumbnails, art, etc. All of this costs money. If you're capable, okay, I want you to think about this real quick. If you are capable of, doing image manipulation at a higher level, because, we're in the beginning stages of this, but if you're able to do this on a higher level, you could use that as a way to further, evolve yourself into the marketplace so that you can dominate any other category in the industry. So what do I mean by this? Okay. Let's say you are trying to create a story. And as of today, most people don't like to read. They just want to, watch videos. You could create a whole bunch of AI imagery of said story from said words. And from that imagery, you can completely, create your whole story without relying on any artists, illustrators, etc. Just think about that real quick. Artists cost money, illustrators cost money, creatives like that cost money, who can do graphic design, all that stuff. They all cost money at the end of the day. You replace them, you now have a better chance of, keeping most of that money into your company's pockets. That's all it is. Okay. Now, Netflix isn't going to be the only one doing this. In fact, many companies as of this current moment are doing the same thing. Disney, other Hollywood companies, shoot, you even had the Hollywood strike a couple months ago, I think even last year, where a bunch of actors decided that they were going to go on strike. Why? Because they did not want companies to use their likeness in perpetuity. Okay? They don't want that to happen. Now, we're going to get a little graphic here, but if you look into, let's say, the adult industry, there are a lot of companies that would, sign a lot of these, adult actors, and, for a one-time check for like, a couple $1,000s, those companies could hold those videos forever for perpetuity. That's it in a discussion, right? You're done, you're finished. But even if you move on in your life, you're going to see video after video after video of you doing those acts. And because, you don't own your content, the company does, they can do whatever they can. And that's the point of the AI. So how does this tie into the overall message that I talk about business? Because, I'm always advocating that people start their own business, etc. Your goal is to establish a system where you can best efficiently make a live for yourself by making some more money, right? You're a creative, you're a graphic design artist, you're an illustrator, etc. AI is coming for your position. Question is, can you pivot? Let me give you an example. When I forgot what it was called, OpenAI, when that came about, okay, you had a lot of artists a lot of artist clients decide that they're no longer going to, purchase those artists' services, okay? Now, many of them got angry, many of them got pissed, many of them took to online, aired their grievances, etc. There was this one artist, I'm not going to say their name, but this artist said, okay, you can decide to cut ties with me, and I respect that. However, if you do cut ties with me, if you ever come back, you have to pay more than X amount of price. So let me repeat this again. If you ever decide to come back because you're not satisfied of AI results, you need to pay X amount of price to come back to what I'm doing. Now, why did that artist say that? Okay. Now, that particular artist who was an illustrator, who was a, person who draws, an artist, okay, they were able to instill within their clients that, hey, you need to engage in a cost benefit analysis. Because once OpenAI came about, a lot of clients were like, oh, it's easy. Let's just replace, the person I've been working for years on end. That artist made that person go ahead and think, to ponder upon the relationship. Now, the artist was also able to, communicate to their client that I'm this good for what I do that I'm not even stressing out that you leave. But if you're going to leave because of this particular situation, I got to let you know that there's going to be a repercussion. Do you think that the benefit is worth the cost? What's the cost? You lose me, etc. And you no longer have to, deal with me. Also, the cost is that if you ever decide to cut ties with my services and you don't like the AI work, you can't come back at a smaller price. No, you're going to have to come at it from a bigger price. That's just going to be the fact of the matter. Okay? That is doing business. Because as I said before, I said this again, you simply just being technical in your craft is not all it is to business. Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba, guy has an English degree. He's, I believe, at one point was the wealthiest person in China, has an English degree. He does not do technology, but he was able to coalesce and bring in many people who were good at software programming, etc., to help build that company. Same thing with Steve Jobs. Same thing with many other people and their success. So that's all I got to say in regards to, AI photos and its, things that's happening around that subject. And that's all I got to say. Hope you guys enjoyed and, like the video, leave a comment. Bye.